Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to all of you who've tuned in live from around the country today, joining us here on this Thursday night. It's been an eventful week here at DuePoint with Tell All Tuesday on Tuesday night. Absolutely incredible evening. If you've missed the testimonies, both of them are on our Facebook site and of course on our YouTube site for you to watch. Go and watch the whole evening. It was such a fantastic evening. They always are the Tell All Tuesdays. But we have found ourselves on Thursday evening again as we eclipse into the weekend, and our message hasn't changed. Our enthusiasm for DuePoint hasn't changed. And if you're a guest this evening, I welcome you to what we believe is the foremost wealth creation company in South Africa today. Before we continue, though, let me just establish for you who we are. Many people say to me, but Brendan, I've never heard of DuePoint before. Well, you'll understand a little bit better by the end of the presentation why you haven't heard of us. But what I want to do is give you the sense of confidence that you are, in fact, dealing with a very well-renowned company. DuePoint, you see, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a public and listed company. You can go to our Constantia's website and see all of our financial statements and directors and BEE status there. But perhaps more importantly, we're a homegrown South African company. First established in 1952, this is our 68th year of trading. So we are not a new business. We are not something that's come in from overseas, and we're not one of those like WhatsAppy businesses that you guys are constantly seeing on your phones and on Facebook. This is a licensed and listed life and short-term insurance company that you're dealing with this evening. Now, a couple of years ago, we had to sit down to solve a problem we were facing as a corporate, but really we were facing as an economy in South Africa. We were discovering 5 or 6 years ago already that the South African economy was moving into a state of crisis. For all of us who are individuals in South Africa, you will know already, even if you're denying it in yourself, that we are, as individuals in South Africa, in financial crisis. As we go into what could be our third year of recession in South Africa, there are less jobs now than there were last year, than there were the year before that, than there were the year before that. And yet, every year, 350 to 400,000 new matriculants come into the economy looking for jobs. We are in crisis. At the same time, we're seeing businesses closing, the economy faltering, not only in South Africa, but around the world, so there's nothing to bolster us with. And we as individuals have been left in a state where we have no control over our income and no control over our expenditure. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a reality check for all of us. It is not a marketing ploy, this. This is a fact. We as individuals cannot increase our earnings overnight. There is nothing we can do. Whether we have a job or our own business, there's no switch we can flick to suddenly be earning more income. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we can't stop the escalating prices in our economy. It's a great irony that as South Africans earn less every single year, as we are physically worth less, every single year, the price of everything is increasing. How do we stop that happening? Well, we had to come up with a solution for that because it meant for us as a corporate, if we could not sustain the wealth of our customers, we could not sustain our own profitability as a corporate. And so we came up with a system that we believe solves this problem for you as an individual. We call it the DuePoint system, and it is designed to give you control again over your economic circumstances. It is a system that does not ask you to do all the things you don't want to, or all the things you've done in the past that you tried and you failed. And I speak to people every week with regard to that. Oh, I tried this and I tried that and it failed and it cost me and it... None of those things are incorporated into our solution. What we ask you to do is one simple task. We ask you to use our technology and get out into South Africa and connect the 57 million South Africans that are in economic crisis to us through our technology. No selling, no presenting, no dragging around stock or paper application forms. Everything is in your phone and we do the work for you. As you connect individuals for us though, you create for us a platform of distribution. It's a new network into which we can come in as the insurance company and facilitate the purchase of our products. By doing that, we're able to create revenue for ourselves, and from that revenue, we're able to create for you what we call wealth. Wealth is a recurring income. It is not what you've experienced in the past. In the past, you've been involved in selling something. You sell something, you make a bit of cash, it's gone until you sell again. We're not into that. We want something that changes your circumstances permanently. And that we call wealth. It's built off of the back of recurring income. Recurring income arrives whether you're working or not, whether you're healthy or sick, whether you're on holiday or overworked at your job. Reoccurring income is the power of wealth that we give you, and it has the power to change your circumstances forever. Any form of cash sale will not change your circumstance. It has to be recurring. Now, we build that into our system using tools and technology that enable you to leverage others, the other people's time, other people's expertise to expand on your own. What do we know about South Africans? South Africans are always saying, I don't have time. I don't have time for this. I can't do that. I'm too busy. I'm too important. Folks, we know that. And therefore, we built a system that allows you to go beyond your own limitations. You see, using our financial services products here at DuePoint, we're able to raise our debit orders every month on an automatic basis. It means that we're looking for single connections from you, not you running back to people every month, burning up your time, your energy, and your enthusiasm. No, our technology allows you to connect people to us once, and from that single connection, create a recurring income for yourself in a manner that will change your circumstances forever. But most importantly, our system doesn't come to you at a cost. Everywhere else that you've gone, if you've used their system, you've had to buy starter kits, pay starter fees, buy things, cryptocurrency, groceries, whatever it is. You've always been in a loss-making position before you've even started. We're at DuePoint. We have the objective of wealth creation. Therefore, we do not come to you and ask for money for the use of our system. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you automatically have full access to our entire system, our offices, our people, our technologies. Everything is made available to you at no additional cost. And in addition, because you're not selling, and this is a big thing you have to remember, every presentation afterwards, I talk to people who want to talk to me about selling our products. Folks, we don't sell at DuePoint. At DuePoint, we're in the business of creating wealth. We do that by talking wealth. How do we connect individuals to us? By our technology, which means you're not selling for us, you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not agents, and you're not advisors of ours. And that means that no matter your education or your experience, everyone in South Africa today can be a wealth engineer and can be empowered to create wealth for themselves. It means that everybody's building an asset. You see, no or very few South Africans in the past have been able to build an asset for themselves. What's an asset? An asset is something that produces income for them. Every single month. Who of us in South Africa today can say that even if we sit at home, we have something that generates income for us? Well, here at DuePoint, that is exactly what we create for you. It is something you can price and sell in our system, and at the end of the day, the income you've been earning, the channel you created, will automatically be transferred to your children, and they will continue to earn the wealth that you created during your lifetime. They can, in fact, even expand it beyond that. This is an intergenerational wealth creation company, ladies and gentlemen, and that means that you have a tool now that you have never had before. You have also now been witness to a business that you have never witnessed before in South Africa. Folks, our system of creating wealth for you is super simple. We ask you to click your smartphone 3 times in each connection that you make of someone in South Africa to us. As you do that, we're able to start connecting individuals to you, creating these platforms, these channels of distribution for us. We then, as the insurance company, come along and facilitate the sale of our products throughout this channel without you being involved at all in that process. And your wealth is born in our system with us. Now, we distribute this wealth to you in 2 different ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment in your channel every month that they are paid for, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment was made. It's the simplest system we could come up with. You go out, you connect people to us. They make their product payments, and we pay you R27.50 times 200%. That's R55. For these people that then go on to connect individuals to us, you will also earn. Again, at your second point, you'll get R55, 200% of our R27.50. It then starts diminishing, but the diminishing stops at point 8, because from point 8 onwards, you always get 4% of R27.50 for every product in your channel, as long as you qualify to earn. This means that you have unlimited earning capacity at DuePoint. Now, you know, when you talk to South Africans are not even worried about reaching a limit to their earnings. What South Africans are worried about is just creating earnings. Folks, our system caters for everyone. We get people in here that say, but this thing will never earn enough for me. I'm too rich and powerful and got great title and all that jazz. No, folks, this system will earn more than you could ever imagine. But for those of you who only want 5 or 10 or 50,000 Rand a month, the system will allow for that as well. This is wealth creation. We could be seeking out the top 0.5% in South Africa and asking them to invest hundreds of millions in rands with us for us to create wealth off of the back of that. But instead, what we say is pick up the tool, take one of our products and get out there and start connecting South Africans to us. And everybody of every level in society, of every strata, is able to create any level of income they want. All it requires is their time and their energy. Folks, as you build your channel out, you will continue to grow your wealth. And that wealth can be measured. This is not a new business. We're not a business that can say, we're hoping you can earn this. Or we've done maths, and the math says that if you do this, that the next thing you'll achieve it. No, we've been around for years already. This is something that very few of these networks that come in from China and Thailand and Russia and America that blow in here and then blow out. I saw another one blow out last week. You've all been involved in them. You know them. They normally have an acronym. It's like 3 letters. Or sometimes they're about, getting rich or loving getting rich or all of these sorts of things. I tease. But these things that blow in and blow out, they don't have a track record. They don't have the data. We have the data. We can tell you what you can expect to earn, and we can be pretty accurate about it. What we know is that you've got to do 2 things at DuePoint. You've got to be connecting the numbers to us, connecting people, and you've got to do it over time. Nothing in South Africa today will make you rich quickly. Everybody in South Africa falls into that trap repeatedly, especially with what's going around on Facebook and on WhatsApp groups. The next shiny thing comes along pretending to make wealth, and we all shift off in that direction only to have lost more than we ever made. Folks, any form of wealth in the real world where it changes your life forever is going to require your time. And so, we use an example to show this to you. We use a very simple example. It's a growth rate formula we believe fits into everybody's lifestyle, no matter how busy you are. And we call it the 3+2 growth rate formula. It's very simple. It says, put 3 people in your first month and 2 people in every other month after that. It is a discipline. It is a self-discipline. We're not looking for people that come and go. We're looking for people that commit to the task of putting 2 solid leads in, 2 solid connections in every single month going forward. That's 1 person every 2 weeks. It is not a big ask, especially when we see at the end of each month here at DuePoint, people doing anywhere between 20 and 80 people in a month. We know you can do 2. If you're able to do that, and we apply all of our mathematics, lapses, cancellation rates, people standing you up, people letting you down, your parents laughing at you, your friends laughing at you, all of that. If we put that all into the mathematics, then we know that if you're one of those people that will commit to the task of adding 2 people a month, then after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. That's 30,000 Rand a year. 30,000 Rand a year off of what? Connecting 2 people. We have people who say, Brendan, I look at this, you earn too slowly at DuePoint. Really? Anywhere else you go, are they going to ask you to add 2 people a month and get you to 2,500 Rand a month? Not once off, guys. Every month thereafter, 30,000 Rand a year. There's no system like ours. Now, folks, of course, you might say, but I want to do more than 2 people. Well, go for it. Put more people in. Put 10, 20, 30, 80. Like I said, we see people doing it every month. If you're able to do that, of course, this whole process shortens and your wealth comes much quicker. But we know you're busy. You're South Africans. All South Africans are busy. And therefore, we know that we cannot expect more than 2 people a month from you. But if you can do that and continue to do it for an entire year with us, well, then you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year. It's real money. It's not the fake money that we get promised out there on WhatsApp and Facebook. It's real money from a publicly listed and licensed insurance company that's been around for nearly 70 years. It's real wealth. It's life-changing. And it's simple. And I think because the task is so simple, people go, no, it's too good to be true. In fact, we saw it in one of the Facebook's discussions. We saw someone saying, DuePoint is too simple. And if it's too simple, it's too good to be true. Folks, it is simple and it is true. All we require you to do is connect individuals using our technology. If you keep doing that for a second year, that's 2 years, not 2 weeks or 2 months, it's 2 years. Every month you're connecting 2 people, then you can reasonably expect to be now on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand a year. I want you to start thinking about your list of expenditure. You know what it is. What would you like to get rid of? Is there debt in your life you'd like to get rid of? Is there expenses you'd like to be able to pay on time every month? Would you like to be increasing or improving the education of your kids, buying yourself a car, moving into a house, moving from rent to ownership. Folks, what can you do with an extra 30,000 Rand a month? How long have you worked for your current salary? How many years? Did it take you 24 months to get to 30,000 Rand a month? We know in South Africa that less than a third of South Africans are earning that. That's a SARS statistic. Go to the SARS website and they'll tell you. Only a third of South Africans earn 30,000 Rand. That's 1 in 3. That's a problem. Now, can you put another year in? Because if you put another year in, the 30 becomes 40 to 45,000 Rand a month. If you put 4 years in, all you're doing is adding 2 people every month. It becomes 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. That's 720,000 Rand a year. Folks, we're already beyond the aspirations of most, and we're 4 years in. However, the 4 years is 4 clicks for me. When we actually get you to sit down, pick up the tool and start working, that 4 years seems like a really long time. Why? Because you were promised wealth immediately with these WhatsAppy things. It's changed the way we think in South Africa. It's made us lazy. It's made us believe we can create wealth instantly when it is impossible to create wealth instantly. But with DuePoint, you can create wealth that's not instant, but it is permanent. Our wealth is there potentially for the rest of your life. How would you like to be earning 60,000 Rand a month every month going forward? Is this a possibility? Well, again, we start to lose people. People go, I'm not worthy of that. I'm not worth it. And therefore, I won't do the work. Our system doesn't ask the question whether you're worth it or not. Our system simply says, will you go the distance with us? Will you keep putting 2 people in every month no matter what they do? Whether they pay or lapse or cancel or let you down or give you the wrong bank account details. Will you stay the course and keep adding 2 people and keep adding 2 people every single month? Because if you do for 5 years, that 60 becomes 80 to 100,000 Rand a year. That's R1 million a year, ladies and gentlemen. At the moment in the South African economy, less than 0.5% of South Africans earn this much. I want you to just swallow that for a moment. There are 57 million South Africans right now. 35,000 of them earn 100,000 Rand a month or more. 35,000 out of 57 million. That's no one. Effectively no one in South Africa earns 100,000 Rand a month. And we say to you, can you give us 5 years? And we get a lot of South Africans who say, absolutely, and put their heads down and go for it. We've got people well beyond 100,000 already here at DuePoint, which is very exciting. We've proven the mathematics already. But we get a lot of South Africans who go, 5 years. It's so long. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how long is 5 years? How long is 5 years? It's a blink of an eye. Do you know it was 2014 the last time it was 5 years? You know it'll be 2024 5 years from now. 5 years is nothing. How long have you lived for? How long have you worked for? If you were able to replicate this in what you had done in your careers, where do you think this number would be now for you? 5, 10, 15, 25 years from now. Can you imagine the wealth you could have created for yourself? Not dragging stock around, not working with something that's here and then gone, and then the next thing that's here and then gone. But with a company that's been here decade after decade after decade, you slowly building a wealth that changes not only your circumstances, not only the life that you have left to live, but the life of your family to come after you. This is an asset that will be passed on to your children. How will you change the future of the generations in your family with the DuePoint tool? Well, every month we have people on our stage telling us how they're doing it. This is not a new business. Every month from around the country, we put people on the stage, some doing well, some doing badly, and everything in between. And we let them tell you their stories. You can find their stories on our YouTube channel. Some of them are remarkable. Tuesday night stories were fantastic. Go and listen to how people who have busy lives, like Paul, busy lives, full-time in their jobs, are building wealth on the side. What would it be like after 10 months to be earning an extra 3 grand a month for you? 10 months. You've got a full-time job. You're busy. You connect 34 people. And the connection of 34 people results in you getting nearly 40,000 Rand a year every year going forward as extra income. What do you think these numbers will look like when Paul's been here 10 years? That 3,000 is not going to be 3,000 anymore. We had Donovan with us, giving his testimony from Port Elizabeth down in the Eastern Cape. This is a nationwide business, ladies and gentlemen. And he's been with us for 2.5 years. and he's worked on the side a little bit with DuePoint, and then he's been busy with his own businesses, his own ventures, and he's come back, done a bit of DuePoint, gone away, done things, come back and a bit of DuePoint. The years have passed. This is what happens. And all of a sudden, he's earning 12,000 Rand a month just about. What's it like when you're earning, you're doing everything, life is carrying on, you're going to work every day, you're getting your kids through school, you're building houses, you're moving cars, you all of that, and you turn around, and in your bank account, every month, there's 11,368 Rand coming in. How does that change your circumstance? What does an extra 10 grand a month do for you? How does it change your circumstance? Well, go and watch Donovan's testimony, and he will tell you how the belief system in him has grown, and how now it's not about doing other things than a bit of DuePoint. It's now about doing DuePoint and maybe a little bit of other things. Life starts to change when you realize what real wealth is. But ladies and gentlemen, 3 and 10 might not be enough for you. That's fine. We have everyone. We have everyone across the spectrum here at DuePoint. Go and watch their stories between nothing and well over 100,000 Rand a month. You've got them all. They'll tell you their stories at DuePoint. Thousands and thousands of wealth engineers around the country are connecting people to us every day, and this is your opportunity to join them. Folks, the second way we create wealth for you is through our XP Rewards program. It's our training program. It is how we teach you to do this business. We have people that say to us, Brendan, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Where do I start? How do I find people? We teach you how to do that in our XP Rewards program. And as you do the steps in the program, as you do the training, you not only become more successful, but we reward you with XP points. XP points are experience points. They accumulate in our system. They allow us to measure your success. And as your channel grows and the two match up, we rank you up in our training program. And when we rank you up, ladies and gentlemen, we reward you. On top of the returns we were talking about, you now start to get cash rewards. And those cash rewards grow each time you rank up. And when you get to rank 5, we give you a toolkit of things that are going to help you connect people faster and more effectively with us here. You can buy all these items individually from us. Simply call our client service team and they'll have them delivered to you anywhere in the country. Otherwise, you can come and buy them at our reception here at our offices in Bryanston. At rank 7, we give you a set of business cards worth 17,000 Rand. It's imported, it's gold gilded, and it is custom made for you. When you connect people with gold gilded business cards, not inked, gilded, real gold, people go, sure, but this doesn't look like that thing that was on my WhatsApp group. This looks like the real deal, and they connect with us. For those who go the distance, folks, remember the 2 ingredients to success at DuePoint: connecting the numbers and time. Those of you who go that distance and go rank 9 in our training program will come away with us every year for the rest of your life, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, with your family, in December for a week, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to fully swallow that. We were looking today at the statistics of how much retention people have in presentations. And people tend to retain nothing more than about 3 minutes. Folks, if you're going to remember 3 minutes, try and remember the next 3 minutes. Can you imagine yourself in anything, work, business, anything, where your boss comes to you and says to you, if you can get your channel size to X amount and just hold it at that size. This is not a competition. You don't have to requalify every year. Just hold your channel at that size. I'll take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star, business class, all expenses paid for the rest of your life. You see, when South Africans say to me, Brendan, I don't want to do this because of X, Y, and Z, I say to them, have they fully counted the cost? Have they understood what we're doing here today? The other day, yesterday, in fact, we had a big audience here at DuePoint, and a whole room full of people in our smaller auditorium on the outside. And afterwards, they came to me and they said to me, oh, but Brendan, we've got to talk about this, and we've got to talk about that, we've got to talk about products, and we've got to talk about this. And I went, no. At DuePoint, you do none of that. At DuePoint, what I'm going to ask you to do is to go to people and say, DuePoint, the only company in the country that we know of, has created a tool for every South African to pick up, to use the tech to connect people to us, and to create a wealth that includes life-changing circumstances for them. Life-changing. Will you put something in the way of having your wealth and your life changed from tonight onwards? Will there be something that you'll go, it's one of those, it's one of these, it's this, it's that? Or will you go, hang on a second, all I've got to do is pick this thing up and start connecting South Africans? That sounds like something that is worth doing if I know that just one of my rewards is a trip overseas at the end of every year with my family, 5-star business class. Do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Everywhere you go today, you see what we call stock images on the internet. They're pictures that have been photographed by models. You will see them in the WhatsApp images that you see. Boats and people and cars and holidays. And they're not real. Here at DuePoint, we've been going on these Rank 9 trips for years. I don't have to make fake promises to you. We can make delivered promises to you and show you how they actually look, what your life looks like when you put aside the excuses and you pick up this tool and you start changing your future with us forever. This is the life that we promise those that put the time and the numbers in. This is the life that we promise. Every year we have new Rank 9s that join us. Every year we go away. We've booked for the end of this year already. Tickets booked, rooms booked, all waiting for you. We've got 7 months left in this year yet. Everybody can still make it to Rank 9. It's in your hands. Nothing gets in your way at DuePoint other than you. You've got to pick up the cudgel. You've got to get out there. And you've got to start connecting South Africans to us. It won't take 5 weeks. It won't take 5 months. I've spoken recently to a couple of wealth engineers who went, no. But when I joined, I said, I can do it differently. It will be different for me. Folks, it won't be different for you. We're dealing with human beings. And human beings are terribly disappointing creatures. Folks, you've got to get out there, put your head down, and put the time in. if you're willing to put not days or weeks or months, but years into the creation of your wealth, then you put yourself in a position to have a future you could not have anywhere else in South Africa today. Nowhere else can you create the future that you can with us here. Now that's a big statement, and I challenge people to come and show me something else. And in all the years I've been giving this presentation, no one has ever been able to come to me and say, Brendan, look at this. This will change my future. Folks, we give you this tool, and we give it to you with every possible amenity we can, including your own car. At rank 11, we give you your own car. It's in your name. It's not branded. It's not financed through us, and it's not rented from us. It's yours, because it's something you're going to need if you're going to change your circumstances into the future. We build the wealth that we've been talking about here off of the back of our products. We have 4 products at DuePoint. We believe that they are the best in their category in the country today. They provide for South Africans in ways they have not been provided for before, and you get this as an additional benefit to the ability to create wealth with us. Our four products start with our Access Wealth Plan. It's 324 Rand a month, and for that you get 2 products. You get your very own tax-free investment account and 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We put 100 Rand into your investment account every single month out of that 324 Rand, so that you on a monthly basis begin to build an asset for yourself with us. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand, less than 250 Rand. That's less than the tax you pay on a 50-litre tank of petrol. Do you know that? You pay 289 Rand in tax for a 50-litre tank of petrol these days. For 249 Rand at DuePoint, we give you 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. 1 million Rand. No waiting periods, no medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limits. Every South African can change their circumstances and be involved with DuePoint. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It starts at 299 Rand a month, and for that, you get a range of options that you can select from. 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, 5 additional family members, 10 additional family members, and as the principal member, we give you 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover, so that when you pass away one day, we will settle 10,000 Rands worth of your debt so that your family don't need to. Again, we believe that these are the finest products in their category in South Africa today. And our last product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand to be a member. And for that, you get access to all of our corporate suppliers. And we're adding new suppliers all the time. We added 4 about 3 weeks ago. 4 more suppliers to our list of suppliers. Folks, you have now the ability to control your expenditure across the economy, from motor dealers to cell phone suppliers to retail stores to online stores to entertainment to travel to gymming and exercising. We got the whole lot in here that you can change your monthly expenditure with. But folks, you've got to learn how to use the products, don't you? The $299 gets you in the door, but you've got to get out there now and start understanding and using these products to the maximum. What have we done for you? We've made a video of every single one of these products in full detail for you to watch. So even if you can't read our policy documents, which are on our website, you can push play and watch the video and understand how to maximize your value before you've even started creating wealth with us here at DuePoint. Every month, we run our Achievers Quest. Our Achievers Quest is to get you cash flush in your first month with us. It starts at the beginning of every month and ends at the end of every month and then resets. It works in calendar months. And in that calendar month, if you're able to find 10 people, get them into our business and get them paid in the same month, we'll give you a 5,000 Rand bonus on top of your returns and your rewards. If you can connect 20 people, it becomes 10,000. If you can connect 30 people, it becomes 15,000. And if you do that every month, 30 people is 1 connection a day. That's all. That's all it is. It's 1 connection a day. If you're able to do that every month in a year, you can get an extra 180,000 Rand from DuePoint out of just the Achiever Quest. In every way, we've tried to equip you for success here. In addition, in 2019, we've laid out a very special challenge for South Africans. We call it our 365 challenge. And it says that if you can put 365 people in 365 days, we will reward you with the equivalent of 1.25 million Rands worth of value. Folks, your 365 starts the day you sign up as a wealth engineer. You've got an entire year ahead of you to put 365 people in. Out of 57 million, we ask you to find just 365. Your cell phone has more than 365 contacts on it. I know. And if you can connect those 365 to us, we will give you, at the end of your year with us, a check for 365,000 Rand. We know that your channel will have grown past rank 9, which means you'll be coming away with us on our rank 9 trip. And it also means that your channel will have grown past rank 11, which means that by the end of that year, you will, maybe for the first time in your life, have got your very own car from DuePoint. But more importantly than all of that is that we're in the business of wealth. Wealth is that recurring income that changes your circumstances and your future. And we believe that looking at the mathematics behind this, you can reasonably expect to be on about 40 to 50,000 Rand a month after your 365 days. That's 500 to 600,000 Rand a year. Are you looking at all of this and going, that's not me, I'm not worth it, I can't do it? Or are you realizing yet that we haven't asked you to do anything difficult? We've asked you to use a smartphone, click on it 3 times, and just keep doing that until you have connected every South African you can. And we will do the rest in changing your circumstances permanently. Have you counted the cost of saying no to this? Do you understand what you are walking away from? There are no options left in South Africa today. I think we saw that on the 8th of May, did we not? We saw the last of our options fading away. Folks, we now, as individual South Africans, have to build solutions and options for ourselves. No one is coming to rescue us. No one. But what we have done at DuePoint is we have put the option on your table. We've said, can you give us the time? Will you connect the numbers? And we will change everything about your future. Not just in the moment when you're selling goodies, permanently and for your children and the generations that come after them. Folks, this is a nationwide business, as I said. We travel around the country. We're often asked to visit places. But the next place we're going down to is Bloemfontein in the Free State. Just a weekend ago, we were down in Port Elizabeth. Folks, if you want Bloemfontein to be as awesome as Port Elizabeth was, then we need you to get booking your tickets right now. Like everything at DuePoint, the tickets are free. But we need to know how many of you are coming to our next workshop and conference down in the Bloemfontein. People from around the country, wealth engineers, wherever you are, we want to see you there. Because this is a business where you create wealth across the nation, not just in your local city. Get onto our app, get onto our website, click events, find the event, click attend, and book your tickets for yourself and your guests so that we can start preparing you. You know what's awesome? Our system will send an electronic ticket to your guests. That will show them just how different DuePoint is from everybody else when they receive an electronic ticket to one of our awesome, awesome functions. 20th of July, start booking now so that we can make this an absolutely incredible conference. Maybe even better than one that we had down in Port Elizabeth. Get there and start doing it with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to become a wealth engineer, if you can see what we have done here, if you understand the vision we have and the tool that we've laid before you, then go to our website tonight, DuePoint.net. Click on the Apply or Join button, fill out the form, and in less than 3 minutes you'll be a wealth engineer without a single cent having left your pocket this evening. And this evening, immediately, instantaneously, you will be able to start connecting South Africans to us and creating wealth for yourself. Before you go to bed tonight, you could already be wealthier than you were just an hour ago. Folks, that's available to you right now. So go and do it. This is a business that is publicly available. It is open to everyone. Like I said, go to the JSC's website and look us up under Conduit Capital. Go to Constantia's website, find out what you need to know there. Go to the regulators' websites. Go to the FSCA's website. Find our long-term and our short-term licenses and all of our FSP licenses. Folks, this is not one of those things. You are dealing this evening with a licensed and listed insurance company that has been around for 7 decades. It is a generational business that is built for you, a generational solution. We are looking for those South Africans that can look past all the things that have gotten their way before, that will pick up this tool and will work with us in changing the economy of South Africa. If you've got questions and concerns, those of you who are here, you can come and ask me outside. Otherwise, guys, call our client service team Monday through Friday, 8 until 5 o'clock every day. They're waiting for you. They will answer any question that you have. Don't walk away, though, tonight with unanswered questions or with opinions that are incorrect. Pick up this tool and start changing your future today. We look forward to seeing you. Guys, we're live again tomorrow at 12:15 for the lunchtime presentation. And then on Saturday morning, 10 o'clock and 11:30 for our launch workshop, which is a great spot for all new wealth engineers. If you became a wealth engineer during the week, tune in or be here at 11:30 on Saturday morning, and we will show you how to create wealth quickly with the DuePoint system. It is not worth missing. See you guys all then. Thank you very much, and good night.